Good Tuesday, everyone. I'm Cyrus Webb, and welcome to Conversation Daily News. Glad you all could be with us. We, of course, have your news headlines coming up on this Tuesday. We have a message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By, and in today's Entertainment Spotlight, you'll be part of my conversation with Jill Hamlin. She'll be discussing this year's Appalachian Arts and Entertainment Awards, or the APPYs. You don't want to miss that. Enjoy today's broadcast. For Conversation Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with their Tuesday headlines. In national news, on King's Holiday, daughter calls for bold action over words. America has honored Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. with a federal holiday for nearly 4 decades, yet still hasn't fully embraced and acted on the lessons from the slain civil rights leader, his youngest daughter said on Monday. Bernice King, who leads the King Center in Atlanta, said leaders, especially politicians, too often cheapen her father's legacy into a comfortable and convenient King offering easy platitudes. We love to quote King in and around the holiday, but then we refuse to live King 365 days a year, she declared at a commemorative service at Ebenezer Baptist Church, where her father once preached. The service, sponsored by the center and held at Ebenezer annually, headlined observances of the 38th federal King holiday. King gunned down in Memphis in 1968 as he advocated for better pay and working conditions for the city's sanitation workers, would have celebrated his 94th birthday Sunday. Her voice rising and falling in cadences similar to her father's, Bernice King bemoaned institutional and individual racism, economic and healthcare disparities, police violence, a militarized international order, hardline immigration structures, and the climate crisis. She said she's exhausted, exasperated, and frankly disappointed to hear her father's words about justice quoted so extensively alongside so little progress addressing society's gravest problems. President Joe Biden was scheduled Monday to address an MLK breakfast hosted in Washington by Al Sharpton's National Action Network. Sharpton got his start as a civil rights organizer in his teens as youth director of an anti-poverty project of King's Southern Christian Leadership Conference. This is a time for choosing, Biden said, repeating themes from a speech he delivered on Sunday at Ebenezer at the invitation of Senator Raphael Warnock, the senior pastor at Ebenezer, who recently won re-election to a full term as Georgia's first black U.S. senator. Will we choose democracy over autocracy or community over chaos? Love over hate, Biden asked on Monday. These are the questions of our time that I ran for president to try to answer. Dr. King's life and legacy, in my view, shows the way forward. In more national news, agencies investigate averted plane crash at New York airport. Officials are investigating a close call at a New York airport Friday night between a plane that was crossing a runway and another that was preparing for takeoff. Delta 1943 canceled takeoff clearance. Delta 1943 canceled takeoff clearance, an air controller said in an audio recording of air traffic control communications when he noticed the other plane, operated by American Airlines, crossing in front. The recording was made by Live ATC, a website that monitors and posts flight communications. Delta Airlines departing Boeing 737 plane then came to a safe stop on the JFK International Airport runway as the other crossed in front around 8:45 p.m., the Federal Aviation Administration said in a statement. In more national news, House GOP demands visitor logs in Biden classified documents case. Newly empowered House Republicans demand that the White House turn over all information related to its searches that have uncovered classified documents at President Joe Biden's home and former office in the wake of more records found at his Delaware residence. We have a lot of questions, said Representative James Comer, chairman of the House Oversight and Accountability Committee. Comer said he wants to see all documents and communications related to the searches by the Biden team, as well as visitor logs of the president's home in Delaware from January 2021 to present. He said the aim is to determine who might have had access to classified material and how the records got there. The White House said over the weekend it had discovered 5 additional pages of classified documents at Biden's home on Thursday, the same day a special counsel was appointed to review the matter. And finally, in Mississippi news, Yazoo County's first black supervisor, civil rights activist, dies in house fire. A civil rights activist and the first African-American supervisor in Yazoo County has died. Herman Leach was 85 years old, his family says. According to Yazoo County Sheriff Jacob Sheriff, Leach passed away in a Friday night house fire at his home in the Jonestown district of Yazoo City. Investigators are still working to determine how the fire started, but Sheriff said nobody else was inside the home. Leach is described by his family as a trailblazer who paved the way for other African Americans who wanted to hold public office. That includes his brother Wardell Leach, who served as Yazoo City's first African American mayor from April 1998 through May 2006. Herman was good for the community and good for the people, period, he said. He was extremely helpful to the young, the old, males and females. Wardell said Herman served as Yazoo County Supervisor for about 2 decades, ending his career about 3 or 4 years ago. As a civil rights activist, Wardell said his brother was a major voice for granting African Americans the right to vote. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's now time for a message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By. Enjoy. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday's episode of Words I Choose to Live By. Know that your place in life is not proof of anything, but that God knew you were one of His strongest and able to overcome what may seem impossible. Don't give up. Look within. Channel it and move forward stronger, wiser, and more equipped for that which is ahead. Have an amazing Tuesday. We are part of my conversation coming up with Jill Hamlin in today's Entertainment Spotlight. Stay with us. You're listening to Conversations Daily News. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with Entertainment Spotlight. Jill Hamlin joined me on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk about this year's Appalachian Arts and Entertainment Awards, or the APPYs. Here's a bit of our conversation.
Jill, thank you again for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you again for having me. I'm so excited, and I'm so excited for you to come to Kentucky and see all the wonderful things that Kentucky has to offer, and not just Kentucky, but all the Appalachian states that we have. So it's going to be a great time. And again, I'm just so excited for you to come and be part of it and join us.
I'm excited about it as well. And Jill and I were just talking before we went live here. I was supposed to be a part of last year's event, had some things going on with the family, was not able to make it. But I'm really excited about this year, Jill, and I know you are as well. I mean, at the time we're having this conversation, of course, a lot of things are happening with the APPYs. That is, of course, one of the big things is that the voting just recently ended. What are you excited about this year, Jill, when it comes to the awards?
Oh my goodness, there are so many things. It's so hard to just narrow it down to just a couple of things or even one thing, because there's just so many. One is I get to see and get to experience all these new artists that are just coming to light, to sharing their crafts with everyone. There is so much talent in the Appalachian region that it's just crazy. It's crazy. I mean, there's everything with the nominations that have come in. There is everything from rock and hip-hop and rap to tattoo artists to textiles. And these are some amazing, absolutely amazingly talented people that have either been submitted by their friends or their fans. And again, it's just learning about these new people, learning about these new acts, these new songwriters. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. And just being able to be a very small part of sharing this wonderful entertainment, this wonderful artistry with the rest of the world is absolutely just, it's humbling.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning in to this edition of Conversations Daily News. Prepare to get on tomorrow for more news, message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By, and of course, the Entertainment Spotlight. Until then, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversation Daily News today. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.